Hello everyone. Hi, my name is Peter Filate. I'm a graphic designer. I'm a creative guy. I'm a freelancer. I'm a photographer. I'm an event planner. What do you think? I'm not. Okay, you're welcome to my class and thank you for joining me. But before that, make sure you take the time to subscribe to my channel. I'll be taking you in some things when it comes to branding, because we need to look some aspects when it comes to branding. Before you think of you branding something, you have to think of many things. But first things you need to think of, you need to think of an image. But in this class, I'll be talking about why image speak 1,000 words. Instead of making it of a text or something else. But you need to think about an image first. And the reason why an image speak 1,000 words, we will know in this class. Thank you for joining me once again. My name is Peter Filate. Firstly, what is an image? An image is a visual representation of something. It could be anything. That is an image. Something that is representing your brand. You have to first of all think about which image am I supposed to put on. In information technology, the terms are several usage. You can make use of it in any ways you feel you want to make use of it. An image is a picture that has been created or copied and stored in an electronic form. There's a way and there's always how we save our image to be before we can make use of them. An image can be described in terms of vector graphics and raster graphics. An image stored in raster form is sometimes called bitmaps. The vector and the raster image are their categories. The vector are those images that are saved, that have been created, or that are being made with Photoshop, Corel, Illustrator, whichever application that have been used. But whenever you are viewing them, maybe you are zooming them for you to see what you did, you will see them clearly. They will still lose no value. But the raster image are those images that you copy, normal image, and you try to zoom them, yet they will lose their value. That is a raster and the vector image. We're talking about the common image file format online include. Before anything, these are the files that are being saved in the form of image. We have the JPEG, we have the GIF, we have the PNG, we have the SVG. The JPEG is pronounced JPEG. It's a graphic image file produced according to a standard from the Joint Photographic Expert Group. GIF pronounced GIF by many, including the design pronounced GIF with a hard G by many others. Stand for graphics interchange format. That's why we make use of GIF. And the pronunciation is actually different. You should have the G and you have the J. It's almost the same pronunciation. Alright, we have the PNG, which is pronounced pinch. It's a portable network graphics. It's a file format for image compression that was designed to provide a number of improvements over the GIF format. It was actually being extracted and being gained from the GIF format. And we have the SVG, is scalable vector graphics, the description of an image as an application of XML. Any program such as browser that recognize XML can display the image using the information provided in SVG format. Okay, we want to look at some other things, and this is basically the format how we save or how we can export our image. These are almost the common basic format we export our image. Okay, what peak? You need to look about whenever you're branding something. Maybe you have a design to do, you have an application to create, you have a website to create. Well, first thing you need to look at, what speak more when it comes to your brand. We need to look at that as a designer, as a package producer, as a website guy, as a mobile app guy. Whatever you do, you need to think about what speak first. So let's see. What speak? The pen is mightier than the sword. Or so they say. I don't know how true that is, but I will say this: painting are certainly a lot less intimidating. How? Okay. How about this next one? A picture is worth 1,000 words. Ever wonder why that is? I wondered why, how, and why a picture worth 1,000 words. When it comes to brand, when it comes to design, you begin to wonder how is it? Why do people find it so interesting in pictures? The first thing that pop up in my mind are some of the more complex painting I saw at the museum. Why I could write 1,000 words about a single painting easily. I could see a painting, I could see another pictures, and I begin to drive comment from it. I begin to write out something. I can drive a lot of comment from just one image. That is why you see words speak more when it comes to branding. Okay, look at this image. We say speak loudly, speak virtually. What could have been speaking loudly, and what could have been speaking virtually? Which is, if it's not an image, nothing else can speak. Your text can't speak, your your background can't speak, your color can't speak. But what speak more in any brand, in any designs, in anything you feel you want to create is an image. Image has the power, it has the zeal, it has the connection, it has the visibility when it comes to a brand. When it comes to you trying to show people this is what you sell, this is what you're trying to create, this is what you're trying to show to the world. An image speak loudly and it speak virtually. It's easy for people to understand when it comes to an image. You can see the image of this lion and the way he was, and he catch people's attention. When you see, you're actually going to get your attention faster than a text. Okay, we'll be looking at 5 reasons why images speak louder than words. And look at this, and this background, and look at the image that was being used in this and then this page. We're saying 5 reasons images speak louder than words. We'll be knowing about them. Just let's see. Okay, we have 1. It's gonna give you engagement. Image. In anything you do, you will gain more engagement when it comes to an image. You have an image in whatever you do. You have an image in your website. You have an image in your Instagram page, in your Facebook page, in your TikTok, whatever thing you are trying to fix up for people to know about you. First thing you think first is an image, and which is just going to help you while people are viewing. Talk about the engagement. When you look at 6 paragraph text with no pictures, what are the chances you will actually sit down to read it? What gives you an assurance that you're going to look at a textbook and you want to read? Without you seeing an image, sometimes you get fed up. That is why you make use of an image to get more engagement in your brand. If you are like most people who happens to fall upon your website through chance or a Google search, then you fall into it. It's called the TLDR group. Too long, didn't read. If you were to break up the same post into subheading with pictures, you wouldn't be increasing what is called readability. The higher readability your writing has, the more likely your writing will capture the attention span of a random reader long enough for them to actually read what you wrote. It is easy for people to understand when they see pictures in your designs. What is the point of writing anything if no one is going to read it? What is the point? Instead of you trying to disturb yourself on something nobody's going to take their time to follow about. Just make use of an image, and it's very simple for people to understand. This is something that increasing readership is one of the biggest goals you have as a marketer. If you look at this, and if you look at the pictures at this background, you see that there's something that is speaking about an image. We're just concentrating on the image more than any other thing. You see, the icons are actually an image. It is something people just want to see when it comes to a brand. It's not a problem when it comes, so you get more engagement in your designs. The power of visual, which is number 2. The power of visuals. What is the power of visual? You think about a lot of things and you begin to, what could be your power of you making something for people to understand easily? According to the marketing industry influencer, Krista Neha, the human brain can process images up to 60,000 times faster than words. They say that you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. Why? You don't have to get a second chance to make a first impression. Your first impression comes in the first time. So there's no more second chance. You can actually get a second chance. How? To make a first impression. But that's a post for another day. So before you could get the first impression, you say get a second chance, you just have to make sure that what you're fixing, people do understand. And people will quickly want to refer to someone and to say, okay, this is what I saw and it's looking cool. The point is with a picture, you can convey so much more information than you can with words. It's possible. In fact, it can take 1,000 words just to describe what is in the picture. It can take just one picture would describe a lot of words. Like I said from the beginning, that with just one picture, I can derive many words from it. I can define it in any way. Okay, and pictures have the ability to convey abstract and complex concepts such as facial expression. Without me trying to know your company, if I see something that you do, you create, without your company name over there, I will know that, oh, this is what this company do, this is what this company does. It's easy for me to describe what I see than what I just had to see in the text. If you look at the background, what the website background page, background that is on this page, you know that there is a pet. This is a website of a pet seller. You want to buy a pet, you want to buy an animal, this is where you can buy it. It's also said there's a dog, there's a cat, there's a rabbit. You can get a dog on this website, you can buy a cat, you can buy a rabbit, you can buy any animal you feel you want to buy. This is the power of visual. I see what I want to buy, then I can assess that, okay, this is a website for animal, this is a website for dog, this is a website for cat, for rabbit. Okay, the third one is imagine the impact. Just imagine the impact of you making use of a good image, making use of image in all your products, making use of image in your website, making use of image in your application, in your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your Instagram, on your TikTok. The power, imagine the impact. Just imagine it. Okay, they say that script is a sense that is most closely tied to memory. I don't know how true that is, but I can imagine that there is an element of truth to it. What we are talking about is not your sense of smell. We are talking about your sense of sight, sense of what you see in a glance. And you quickly have to understand. And you quickly understand, oh, this is what this is. You don't have a problem with that. It's what you see and it's what you know. You don't have anybody to tell you, this is what I saw, this is what I was being shown. Nothing more. It's very easy. Okay, picture can instantly change your mood. It's possible. When you see a picture and you're passing through Instagram page, you just saw a picture, you just saw a heart, you saw a picture, and you're just like, wow, what is this? This is nice. You have to come back. You come back from time to time. You want to view it back. You want to like, this thing is fine. This thing is cool. How can I get this? Or how can I join this kind of thing? You change people's mood ASAP and leave impression much faster than much more accurately than words can. It just can leave impression faster than what we will do. What it will be something you just have to read and you're gone. Pictures you can come back again and again and again. Pictures can evoke feelings of happiness, sadness, and all that. You see a picture, you begin to like, wow. You're sad, you see a picture, you're like, wow. You see something you like, then you begin to appreciate that thing. That is the power of picture, and that is the imagine the impact about the picture you saw. Do you want to associate a positive feelings with the product you are selling? Then insert a picture at the end of your post that involves a positive feelings. You just have to make use of pictures. Look at the pictures at the background and the frog taking a picture of another frog and the bed and the setup. When you see something like you begin to reason, you begin to ask the feeling like, wow, what was this? This is amazing. Everything is amazing when it comes to an image. We just have to take our time to understand what the impact and the roles image plays when it comes to our brand, whatever we are creating. Okay, the fourth one, which is pictures are universal. Pictures are universal. Everywhere you go, you see pictures are mainly being used in anything. You begin to find out that pictures are the number one thing people concentrate more on. Have you ever wondered why children books are often illustrated while we're small? Why do we have to find most of our textbooks, most of our books, even exams, kids exams, they give them illustration they give them pictures, and then you see a lot of pictures in it as a question. Instead of in form of words, they turn it into a picture. They are illustrated because small children are just learning about the world. Because they want to tell every children what is in the world through pictures. So they begin to figure it out and write out whatever they have seen. They have very young minds. Now, I'm not saying that you need to treat all your readers like they are toddlers. Just the opposite actually. Pictures have a way of resonating with us, a way of allowing us to read in between the lines. Okay? They can set expectation like what you see in food has. Everybody is expecting something in the food. When you are being served your food, you're expecting to see, maybe, okay, you're being served a jollof rice, or you're being served a local food, you're expecting to see the food itself, you're expecting to see meat, you're expecting to see some sauce, a lot of varieties in what you are expecting in a food house. Everything had to be in one composition. So pictures are being used universally, it's being used generally in anywhere. Whichever way you want to put it, pictures has a power in the universe. And just like a children's storybook, they can help you tell a story. Storytelling is becoming a lost art. Be it as it may, storytelling is about the fantastic selling techniques because it allows you to connect with and relate to your audience. That is the power of pictures. The right pictures will only enhance that connections. And also when you are selecting your pictures, you have to know the pictures which are going to befit what you are doing. The pictures is going to tell the story about what you are telling people. You just don't make use of pictures. Pictures are generally being used, but you have to be selective. What pictures am I picking and what picture am I making use of? I'm making use of pictures for a food canteen, you need to know a picture you have to use. You are making use of a picture for a pet shop, you need to know the pictures to pick and how to make use of them. And making use of a picture for a real estate, automobiles, you need to know what pictures you need to pick. Okay, you're making use of a picture for orphanage, you need to know pictures you need to pick. That's why generally pictures are universal. You can make use of any of a picture, but know the right pictures to connect with people. The number 5, which is the last one I'm going to talk about, we have human and virtual creatures. First things, humans. Make use of everything. Humans are anything. Before anything you do, you know that it's a human who makes the creation, who make everything possible. In any designs, you will find that mostly you see humans as pictures. Humans are virtual creatures. Think back to your school days when one of your many English teachers introduced you to the concept of mind maps, virtualizing ideas, especially in brainstorming section, can help you overcome obstacles that are difficult to convey in paragraph form. Infographics prove how much easier it may be to tell a story or otherwise convey your information. That's what the power of infographics. You want to tell a story about a product, you don't have to go too much doing it one by one. You just have to put them in one format, in the form of a picture, and people will quickly to understand. It's easy for people to understand what you are telling, instead of trying to bring it one by one. sorry, sorry. Instead of trying to bring it one by one or putting it as a text, but in an infographics form, put the pictures, all pictures together, selecting the format you want to put. So it's fine for people to understand what you are telling. I've taken infographics and turned them into articles. The simplest of infographics can quickly turn into 2,000 words or more than you simply try to explain the messages that the infographics is trying to convey. It's easy for infographics to have a lot of messages out for you in just one word. In many words, sorry. An infographic will tell a story. One food will tell a story about everything you're trying to do. Just put it in a picture section and begin to get a lot of engagement and begin to see, to understand what you're telling. Case in point, carefully placed and choose pictures can make you stand out or be ignored. Like I said, you have to be very sure of the pictures you are picking, how you are selecting them, how you are fixing it, for people to understand. You don't just use the pictures, you have to be ready. Then lastly, if you look at the advent of the internet, it started off with more text than pictures. As times went on, people migrate over to images, where we are today. It is predicted that in 2017, the internet will move on from pictures and video. It will be the primary method of conveying information. You look at the image at the background, which is a mailbox, which is telling the stories about what they sell, the packages of food, the packages of burgers they have. So without you writing something, you have a visual to explain. Okay, in some way, an image is a visual representation of something. In information technology, the terms has several images. An image is a picture that has been created or copied or stored in electronic form. Common image file formats include JPEG, JPEG, photographic export, group, GIF, that's GIF, graphics interchange format, PNG, portable network graphics, SVG is scalable vector graphics, CVC. 5 reasons why images speak louder than words. First, 1. Engagement, the power of visual. Imagine the impact. Pictures are universal. Humans are visual creatures. These are what we could be able to derive from this class, and I really appreciate everybody. Just have to be very, very careful when you're making use of your image, and at the same time, nothing is impossible. Everything is possible when it comes to image. Okay, let me quickly show you an image. You need to see. Just try to. Sometimes we just have to understand most of the usage of how we put our image and how we convey them together for people to understand. I really appreciate everybody for joining this class, and we will see and we will know more and we'll get to know more about ourselves. This is the image, the visual, the respect, the advocate of image when it comes to branding. Thank you very much for joining this class. I really appreciate, and we hope to see many more of this class again. Thank you.